AFTERBUZZ family, welcome to the Vikings season 4 episode premiere, I guess, episode 11. I have one question for you guys. Who wants to be king?
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's back.
Oh, thank God, finally. Right?
Oh, yes.
Where is my fix? I got a tourniquet for you, Jaco. But you can wrap it around in the face, pop out more.
Yeah.
Let me put my leg up.
Yes. Is this what you guys are doing, by the way? Welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV Vikings after show. Are you freaking out like we were?
Because we're back.
We're back.
Oh my, it's been too long.
It's been way too long. What, 6 months?
Has it been 6 months?
Way too
without
long.
this panel, having Vikings here with you guys. Season 4,
Yeah.
episode 11, The Outsider. Guys, my name is Jaco Vienings. I'm going to be here with you guys tonight, and you can catch me on social media at Grape Escape TV. It's all about wine.
Ooh.
Yes.
Where's the wine you're gonna bring?
Okay, sure.
That because we had
Sure.
talked about that. I mean, I know they do ale in the show, but there is wine as well.
Hey, yeah, no, we can do wine.
All
Let's
right.
do wine. Next week, we're doing wine.
All right, guys, and my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane, and we are live in the chat. So if you're watching this live, you can chat with us, and if you're watching it later, just leave comments down below. We love to hear your thoughts on the show and what we talk about. And this is super exciting this time because now we're all watching at the same pace.
Oh, right.
On the
No
same.
one's behind or whatever.
Yes.
And this is, by the way, Kari really hit it the nail on the head. This is all about you. So we want to know your comments. We're watching them right here in the comments. We're talking to you, all right?
Yes.
By the way, this asshole talking to you. My name is James Simmons, and you can find me all over social media, particularly on YouTube at Ask the NP. NP as a nurse practitioner. Let's get to this friggin' show!
My God.
Woo!
Wow!
Okay, this beginning is intense, guys. Okay, this beginning is tense. You guys at home, let us know what you think. It's basically replaying the end of episode 10, right? But
They
that
didn't miss
music
off. They just kept going, right?
Yes, I love that.
and the
Just picks up right
slapping
where
in
it
the
left off.
face.
Was that how you get riled up? Someone slaps you in the face?
I slap myself in the face.
Right.
That's what Ragnar does before he goes to battle. You guys know that.
Right. He smacks some people around in the face. Whack, whack. All up in his son's grills. That was
Yes.
so intense.
So-
and he's like, who wants to be king?
Is he testing them right now?
Yeah.
Or was he actually, this is like, I don't give a shit. Someone kill me. Because he's standing there like,
Well,
someone's-
we've learned from later in the episode he is semi-suicidal. So,
Right.
both.
I
Because he's
got,
been gone. He wants to test the water to see how
Totally.
badass they are now.
but I got an air of that though. I got an air of like he actually didn't
Like,
give
I
a
don't
fuck.
care.
Like he was
no,
like,
he doesn't give a
Yeah.
fuck at all.
No, he's like, if you're gonna kill me, that's cool because I've been gone. How long has he been gone?
I want to say
It was like 8 years.
Yeah,
or
Okay.
something.
Six,
like
but you know
crazy.
what's great, you guys? You can also see that in their faces. He looks like he looks
Oh,
old.
he is so weathered. That skin.
Oh my God! He's more tattoos on the head as
Yes.
well. I saw
He's
that.
still fine.
He's still fine,
Yes.
but
Still
let's
fine.
drop that
Those
jacket.
blue eyes. My good.
And that
my
beard.
Lord.
Hey, that-
Oh, you dig that beard? Where's, yeah, come
Totally.
on. You had
That big
time to
old
grow your beard.
crazy-
Where's
right.
yours?
It's because your
No.
significant other has a nice old beard as
Maybe he
well.
has a big old gray
yeah, that's why
beard.
you like the beard, James. We know your tricks.
Hey there, I was like, what up, Ragnar?
But it's funny though because Ragnar is like, what up in the beginning, like super intense, and then suddenly underneath the tree, the grass is green. Everybody's laughing.
Well, he hugs right before that scene. He
Yeah, he
hugs
does
Uba.
the hug, yeah.
Uba, right?
like,
Okay,
we're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Right, he's like,
Because Uba's the oldest, yes?
I think.
I think so.
Maybe.
But I
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
one that
yeah.
was talking the most
yeah.
shit. He didn't go up to him and say, Ragnar didn't go up to him and say, hey.
Who
you
wants to
wanna
be
be
king?
king?
To Ivar.
No.
No, the other one who was
and
talking shit.
Vitsak.
Yeah, because
That's
he
the
was
one who
like,
was talking
you
about
know,
Vitsak
I
would
would
suck.
totally kill him. And then Ragnar didn't even ask him. So I was like, oh, I didn't even get a
Maybe.
chance to be like, no, really.
Like, I'm gonna kill you. They thought about it.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. The to bring that tension from the last episode straight into this one, like without missing a beat. That was beautiful television. Thank you, Michael Hirst.
Michael Hirst, you're
et
a
al.
legend.
Yes.
Et al. Everyone, because
Oh.
it's not just one person. It's not even just Travis Fimmel. Everyone made that amazing.
Yes.
And to go into the tree right afterwards.
I must say, James, just piggyback off that right there real quick about Michael Hirst. And so episode 11 has got a lot to prove. It's got big shoes to fill from the previous 3.5 seasons, right?
Yes.
And so they did a great job. Off the bat. But guys, give us a like real quick, a thumbs up, a like on this video that you guys, I know you guys are loving, you guys Vikings out there. Throw a comment downstairs, let us know if you guys think this first episode, season 4, episode 11.
It's like season 4 part 2.
Yes.
Mid-season premiere is what I think history was calling it. History Network kept saying when they were tweeting and whatever. By the way, if you guys like our stuff, tweet us. All our social media was up at some point. I know we'll be on Ask the NP and Kari Lane and Grape Escape TV. There you go. Tweet us and hit us up. But right now we're in the live comments. We want to know what you guys think. Particularly, we want to know what you think about how fucking crazy Ivar is.
What? Like on a level from 1 to, Ragnar. He surpasses him. He's not all there.
That's the new scale, Jaco.
Yes. And that crazy haircut and those blue eyes, too. I don't like his haircut.
Ugh,
I hate his hair.
That haircut is...
But he's just like creeper.
Well, and so Sigurd is like, I'm not as scared of anyone. And Ivar's like, even me?
And he meant it.
Sigurd's like,
and he meant it, James.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was even, I think that was even before we saw them fighting, right? When the boys like roughhouse later on, and they're like, Ivar's like clearly the best with the arrows, he's best with the axe, he's like, I don't give a shit.
He's all upper body strength.
Why doesn't he have some sort of wheelchair thing by now?
I don't know.
I know this is like a random thing.
Yeah.
No, they had a cart with him when he was a child. He could have had a cart and done like the hands.
Like a dog.
Yeah, but then did you see his body? Did you see his bod? Did you see his boobs?
Yes.
This guy's built. He's scrolling through the pig shit for a reason, to get the outcome of that.
Fair enough.
I mean, if he's in a cart, like he's
he still would push himself.
True.
Like a dog.
But then he's working with wheels. I doubt they even invented the wheel. That
he had a cart when he was a child.
Yes, and he killed the boy.
Saying.
And he killed the boy in the cart.
Yes, he did.
Yes, so they said you have no more cart because you killed people.
See, I'm telling you,
grounded.
right? Ivar is crazy. We get that. We even see how crazy Ivar is a little bit in this tree, which is, I think we got to go back to the tree a little bit because it does set up the episode a little bit in how, Ragnar's like, basically he comes back and he's like, he doesn't even have to say, I know I screwed y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going to England to fix it. And his boys are like, yep, good luck.
What do you mean though, James? You mean he screwed you all in the sense of leaving, or the excuse you all that we didn't finish England?
Lied about England.
And being gone. Because he was gone during those formative years of like growing up. I mean, he was there as they were, elementary school age, and then is gone for that like early teen.
He went to PTA conferences up through 4th grade.
I didn't know what ages they were exactly, so it's a good example.
I like elementary school, but I mean, guys, you have this whole Paris. He failed Paris twice, essentially. 1.5 times this.
Yes.
England. He lied about that, and then he up and left. He left his family. Like
why?
He says
because
in
he
his
doesn't
big
want to
speech.
rule anymore. Like, I just don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
That's not very kingly of him. But so now the choices are England and the Mediterranean. What do you guys think about that?
I'd go to the Mediterranean.
Of course, you want to go sunbathe.
Right,
That's
don't
why.
they know?
It'd be warmer.
It's super warm. They have great beaches over there. Good wine.
Well, also, haven't they learned that, like, okay, England hasn't had a good track record? I think they would want to try something new.
I just think if they actually saw the wealth of the Mediterranean, the
That
sun,
too.
the yachts, south of France, they won't go back.
Hello.
Either dare this windy, icy sea to England, and when you come in England, there's just like this ugly white people.
I mean, haven't you been to Saint-Tropez? Hello.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Mykonos.
Mediterranean.
I'm
There's
kidding.
more places if they go to the Mediterranean as well.
There is. And you know what
England
I think
is just England.
what's really interesting is they have this spirit of
New
let's
places.
go find new places.
Yes.
But Ragnar's so hyper-focused on how he fucked up England that he can't get his brain out of it.
He has this tunnel vision.
That's going to be his
Right.
end, though. I think that's going to be his end, James.
Exactly.
Yes.
Word up. Like, he's got to
think
get
so,
out
too.
of that. He's got to get back into the old, like, Viking...
Like, let's
je ne
roll with the
sais.
punches. Like, nothing is personal. It's just fight. We like fighting, loving, and that's it.
And
That's
just,
all it's about.
And just roll with it, you know?
Yeah.
Let's move on. So that's the king, either Mediterranean or England.
Yep.
And they say,
Yep.
Bjorn said, well, we're already going to the Mediterranean. I've got so King Hero, blah, 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 backing me up. Okay, so now we have to choose. Okay. It jumps to Lagertha, the first shot of her.
Oh.
Otsa. Age has also, the years has also had a toll on her eye line. The crow's feet are there.
Oh, really?
Yes. But still
did
gorgeous,
not
beautiful.
notice.
Catherine
Well,
Didn't
Winnick.
even notice.
Oh my God.
Because she's Lagertha.
They're laugh lines because she's been so happy.
She has been happy
You know what?
with
I
her
agree with you.
Yeah.
girlfriend. We didn't didn't even have to see them making out at the end of the episode to know that. I'm sorry.
The way they threw each other.
Oh yeah, just a hand on the face.
Yeah.
It's like
Right, afterwards.
Oh, okay.
She was.
But
all
she
like,
she doesn't
like,
she doesn't compare to Ragnar. I mean, put the two next to each
No.
other like it's
different.
Astrid. It's
different.
it's Ragnar and then Astrid. It's
They're
like
different.
Ragnar and then
Astrid.
It's like lemon meringue and chocolate cake. You just don't compare them.
you don't compare those two.
No.
Like I can't believe
But
you
they're
brought that
very
up.
different.
They're very
They're both
different.
really good. Okay.
They are very different. My goodness. So
And they're both tasty.
I do have to say, since we are on the topic
Yes.
of lesbianism,
Please.
I think that they're finally starting to dig up some of the maybe more than bromance undertones with Floki and Ragnar.
Yes.
Well, it only took them 4 seasons.
little bit.
That's all I'm saying.
Just a little bit.
Because
Look, there was a lot of play between the two.
Yes.
early on, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one is betraying the other one, blah blah blah, but always it came into the end that they had each other's back, always.
Yeah.
And now they just came out and said, nah.
Yeah.
love ya.
Hey, we have a couple of live folks on since we're talking about this. Merly Ortega. Hello, Merly. Welcome to the show. And everyone else, we appreciate all your comments, guys. Merly wants to know, it's like a lesbian now. What do you guys think of that? So, what do we think of Lagertha being a lesbian? And do we actually think she's a lesbian? Is this... Are we going to get into
No.
the whole conversation about the fluidity of sexuality right now?
No. But what I'll tell you this, James, though, I don't
Yes.
think she's a lesbian, but I do know that those Vikings, as we saw in the episode 1 with Athelstan, these guys swing both
Yes.
ways.
I was
Totally.
gonna
And
say,
so it's
yeah.
free love for all, baby. It's the hippie,
Yeah.
it's Woodstock. Let's do this.
Right.
It's done.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
all pleasure is good pleasure.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. No, she's not giving up men. She's just on.
She definitely
a
has
different
not
thing right
given
now.
up Ragnar.
Yeah. There you go.
I love. Speaking of Ragnar, we have a comment here from Ham2. Ham2, welcome back. Oh, we haven't seen you in like
Hey.
6 months. Hey, Ham2, what's going on? Ragnar went to rehab. He was pretty toasted for most of the first half. Yeah, yes, he was.
Yeah.
Wait, for real now? Or what?
Well, no, but that's a great point, Ham2. You're taking us back a little bit. He was high on all that stuff from the what's her name that he killed?
Yeah, the poppy
Opiates,
stuff.
yeah, the poppy seed, and then he was drinking a lot.
Yeah.
So man, he totally
He
went to rehab.
detoxed.
For 8 to 8 years.
He was at what is that?
Yeah.
Paradise in Malibu. What's that rehab place
Wow.
called?
Yeah,
All the
one of those,
celebrities
yeah.
there too.
That is hilarious, Hamto. Thank you.
Yes.
Hamto
thank
also
you, Hamto.
added he goes she's bi for sure.
She's
Yeah.
Lagertha.
Sure.
Well, and maybe I got to get back to my point. Maybe Floki and
Ragnar?
Ragnar are like bi for each other.
Sure.
Oh,
I can believe that.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
the
a
way
heavy
Floki
love.
reacted when he's like, "I love you," he's like crying. He's like, "I've
Bingo.
waited for you to say that for so long."
I am your
And you're
favorite.
like,
I am your favorite. I
I
just.
love you too, Ragnar.
I love you too, Ragnar. Right.
I mean, I just had to kill Athelstan to get to this point, but
You
fair
know.
enough.
Correct. Because
They've had a bumpy road.
I had to kill your other boyfriend first so that I could go back to
That's
being.
why he was so jealous and mad at him. He's like,
How
"He's
to
my
get away with
boyfriend."
murder. Yeah.
They're
That's why.
answering. That is also a show on AfterBuzz TV. How to Get Away with Murder.
Murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you guys tune into that one too. There is so much that gets answered. We have to talk a little bit about how much of this first episode I think was a payoff. And we're going to get
Yeah.
to more, but I just this feeling just overcame me now because we're talking about the love between Floki and Ragnar. We're talking
Yes.
about Lagertha as being the shit. We're talking about,
Yeah.
Bjorn says something really interesting that we brought up a lot about how it's always about Ragnar.
Yep.
And Bjorn finally says, like, not everything is for Ragnar, not anymore.
No, because he is stepping into a role where he is next in line to be king. He makes choices. He just made the choice to take the entire Viking kingdom, basically, to the Mediterranean.
Right.
So now he's got his own agenda.
Not all of them though, because I do like their new plan of people staying in Cattecut because we need somebody to defend it. Because we've learned from previous seasons, it's a bad plan when they all leave, and then
Right.
we go, guys, who's defending Cattecut?
Right.
Oh
Well,
wait,
the women and
that didn't go
4-year-olds.
and that didn't go over so
The
well.
women
So I'm
and the
glad
4-year-olds.
they've gone. Hey guys, maybe we should change our plans.
Maybe someone should stick around. Some
So,
Yeah.
so but
able-bodied
now for,
fighters.
for
Yes.
8 years now, they haven't gone anywhere. I mean, or do we think the same there? They haven't gone anywhere yet.
Which
They're
was-
still building the boats
It would seem
No.
odd.
because they need to raid
Yeah,
somewhere.
they haven't gone anywhere. Well, they've built up as more of a trade center,
summer
which
raids.
we talked about that as well. Of like
you
they're in
said
a
that.
good port spot. They're a flourishing area.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. From our engineer booth, what happened in China? That's a good point. They started thinking of going that route, and they changed that. Never really went anywhere.
Well, because Bjorn found the map, or the map got into Bjorn's hands while he was in France, and he's like, "What is this?"
Do you guys know that in this break, since episode 10 stopped until now, they found a Viking settlement all the way down in the south of Italy?
What?
Yeah, something like that, but all the way down south, like Greece, Italy, somewhere. I'm not sure where it was. And so just proving that, or maybe was it Canada? I know that's...
well, you're like...
No, I know.
Canada and Italy are super close to each other.
They're right next to each other.
It's Canada. Just to show you that the Vikings actually came to America. Never mind that, guys. Throw down the comments. Help me out here, please.
Right.
Please.
Even if they did find it, so maybe Bjorn actually did go to the Mediterranean if they were in the south of Italy.
I think they went. I think they've been in anyway. So.
Oh my goodness.
Floki and Ragnar. He visits them. So you're building new boats. You're building it for Bjorn. What about building it for me?
It was beautiful how, for me, Ragnar says, you build your best, sleekest, most badass boat ever, and you give it to my son. He's like, how fitting, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I'll give it to your son because you left. And you should have came back earlier.
Yeah.
It takes a few years to build a boat, so you had some time to come back.
Apparently.
Exactly.
And come back
Don't
in
mock me, engineer, Steve.
No, but can we also talk about
we got to
how
say
much...
hi to Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah,
Don't forget your
I
thought.
mentioned the engineer.
Did you?
Hey, Steve, say hi. Say hi there, Steve.
I just didn't say his name.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
that was
Good to have you here too, Steve.
Wah, wah. He's like, hey, yo. Steve's been working on it. He's been here since like 4 a.m.
Steve, give us a Who Wants to Be King.
All right.
Who's grabbing your balls there? Something is going on back there.
Steve is
He just
constipated.
can't yell.
Steve's sitting on the toilet
He's on
right now.
super quiet. I can't yell in here.
Who wants to be king?
I'm totally blanking it right now. But let's talk about Floki's wife, of how much Ragnar was trying to hit on that.
So maybe Ragnar was just horny. Because he's been gone for 8 years. Maybe he hadn't gotten any. Because he was
likes
all
his
up in,
blondes.
That
he does.
is
He
not
was
true.
All up in Helga. He was all up in
There we go,
Floki's
Helga,
business.
There we go. Yes. And he was being a little more frisky than usual with Helga. Like,
Yeah, well, she smelled back, so whatever.
she did. I know. I was like, whoa.
Oh, that's right. She
Well, there we
smelled
go.
back.
We need a threesome between Floki, Helga, and Ragnar.
We can do it. I'll watch that.
You know?
Haven't we gotten close to that? Didn't that almost happen in a dream a couple episodes ago?
Maybe.
Maybe when Floki was off tripping, he was
There
like...
you guys. Leave a comment down
myself.
below.
Right,
Let us
yeah,
know on
Help
that
us
one.
out here. Help us out.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So,
These guys are saying, I might never see you again. So this is a kind of important moment,
That was
I think.
sad. Yeah.
Right?
and do we really think so? I mean, never have the Vikings ever gone and raided somewhere and been so, like, melodramatic about it. Like, usually they're like, we're going to go to England, conquer England, steal all their shit, and come back. I'll see you in a couple months.
Yeah.
But no, like, Ragnar, who knows in rehab what happened to Ragnar? Because he was gone for 8 years, and all of a sudden he's like, Floki, I've actually loved you my whole life. And,
God, that's a good question, James.
And we're not
I'll
gonna
never
see
see
each
you
other
again.
That's such a good point. And something...
Isn't it
Well, they're getting
something?
old.
That
then the other
that is
thing
very
too-
true. I think with age comes wisdom.
Yes, but it's also going to be the first time they're going to separate areas. But maybe Floki and Ragnar had better like enthusiasm knowing they would be together in the same
Never have they
space,
not
you know?
been together.
So maybe thinking they're going to different areas, they're like, I don't have your back now because you're not going with me.
I'm 100% with you there, Kari Lane.
Very good, very good. What do you guys think, by the way? Are we on to something here? Why do we think that Ragnar is so insistent? Did we know? Maybe it's back to the suicide thing. Maybe at this point, Ragnar's like, yeah, I know I'm going to kill myself. I'm telling everyone I'm going to England, but maybe I'm actually going to kill myself. That's why I won't see you in Valhalla, because he brings that up.
Very important. What else is important right here, James, is that Josh Vision says that Ragnar actually had a threesome with Lagertha and Aslaug during season 2 finale. That's not
but it's
that
two ladies.
Yeah,
We're talking,
come on,
we're
John.
talking with a dude,
We're
too.
talking
Floki.
Floki and
right.
Helga.
Like, we want to see the mascara drip from the ones to the other one's face. That's what I want to see. I want it smeared.
That's true. Then I can't believe those have been the only... We've only seen Ragnar in a couple of threesomes. Josh, thank you, Josh, for your point, by the way.
Almost
Welcome to
Athelstan.
Well,
the
yes,
show.
almost
Almost
Athelstan
Athelstan.
turned him down.
We need some more. If the Vikings we're all about free love and like
Right.
everybody get your stuff on.
Yes, a really important comment from Merle. She said, did you guys notice that Floki is taller than Ragnar? Floki in real life is extremely tall. James?
He's like 6'7" or something,
Yeah.
I
Well,
think.
he
He's
normally
like super
even
tall.
stands and like hunches down.
Yes.
He has this like I'm too tall hunch
think
over
so,
thing.
like,
I think he's
Sit up
got the
tall, too. I'm a tall
perfect
person.
Viking frame. Like, for real.
Frame.
Like the broad shoulders, like
He's
really
very
tall.
lean, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I think Vikings are like fat and Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
not fat, but he's a very lean body type, like tall and thin.
He does.
I miss his messy hair though.
Yeah, he's got
Yes.
nothing at the top.
The messy stuff, and now it's that like braid thing.
Well,
with
you
that.
know he's a Skarsgård in real
Yes.
life, right?
So of course he's tall.
Look at his family: Peter Skarsgård, Alexander Skarsgård.
Yep.
They're all Peter's kind of older and bigger
Yeah.
now, but they're all tall. They're all tall,
All big.
Yes.
perfectly Viking built.
James, spoken about Vikings and build, so you think that, getting back to your point, Valhalla, you think that he's reverting to Christianism and what not to because of Athelstan, because he's still going back to Essex and all that. He's still. I can't think of anything else. Gary?
I thought he was actually somewhere in between. Like he wouldn't get to go to either because he's stuck in between.
Yeah, he's not 100% Valhalla,
Yeah.
so that means he's not going to get in. Basically the same for
Yeah,
Christian.
and maybe he feels that way about Christianity too. He's like, I'm stuck in the middle.
Didn't go the Christian route at all. I went the he knows he's going to die route.
But then that means he would go to Valhalla.
Not unless he kills himself.
Oh.
Right? Because you don't go to Valhalla if you kill yourself.
James,
True
that's why you're in the.
Ah.
James, you're so clever.
I'm here for you guys, by
Wait,
the way, because where's
it could
anybody
be
else
both.
thinking of me? Like, y'all got all deep and serious. I wasn't even thinking Christianity and all that
Well,
stuff. I was like,
suicide's deep too.
well, yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's
I'm not
That's-
trivializing
yeah.
suicide. I'm just saying I thought that the reason that Ragnar said he was not going to Valhalla is because he had already made up his mind that he was going to kill himself. Hence, 17 minutes later,
You probably almost
When
joked
he-
off when you
Yeah.
saw that.
tries to.
When he saw him
tries-
kill himself.
No, that I didn't. No, come on.
I mean,
now.
I thought that, and then it actually happened. I'm like, oh my god! Read
Oh
my
no!
mind.
As soon as he threw the rope, I was like, "What?"
As soon as he saw the tree, right? I was
Guys,
like, this
Well,
dude.
then I'm like, "Is this the special tree from before?" I thought that special tree was like way further away, and
Did
I'm
I
like,
miss
"Is this tree
something?
special?" Yeah.
No, it was special because he was going to try to end his life there.
Yeah. Let's get back to the boys real quick. These guys are in the forest, and they are having a rough
Oh.
get together with each other,
Yeah,
like brothers would, you know.
yeah. Do you notice
Do you guys try to kill each other with your brothers? Do your brothers?
We're four brothers, and I almost got killed a few times, but
Oh.
never each other. Like, once again, like a Viking family, the strongest wins. I am the smallest of the four.
Are you the smallest?
Oh,
Oh
Really?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. My
Because you're not a small guy.
no, my big brother is like 2 meters. Which
How
I didn't,
tall
I-
is that in
I don't know.
American?
You guys need to get to the
know.
metric system.
We just Jaco's South African. For those of you who are
Yeah.
new to the show, by the way, that dead sexy accent and that dead sexy mustache, by the way, they're all South African.
Someone in the chat was digging your
100%.
stash. by
Thank
the
you.
way.
Thank you so much, guys. It's for Movember. So, guys, go check your prostate. Doesn't do anything. It doesn't.
And your balls.
And your balls. Sorry, STMP.
And your mental health.
Thank you.
Yes.
He has excellent videos on health
Yes.
that are real quick
Why,
that you can
thank
watch
you.
and longer ones. 6.5 feet. Oh, no, sorry.
And I'm 6.5 feet.
No,
How do you know, Carrie?
6 foot. 6 foot. Just a little.
I mean, wow, like I'm packing, but
No
damn,
need to
that's
blush,
a lot.
Carrie. It's fine. You don't have to
You like
blush.
that? Carrie's
We're all
like,
open
No,
here.
My
sorry guys,
goodness.
we're getting help on
Jeepers.
how tall 2 meters was.
6.5
6
centimeters,
foot.
more
6
like.
foot
One?
6.
6'6" is 6.5 feet.
You are not 6'6".
My oldest brother.
His oldest brother.
Oh.
I'm 6 feet.
That's okay. I thought you were saying you. Okay.
No, no.
Ooh, I thought we
Got
were
it.
still talking about penises.
How do you know I'm not 6 feet? Yes, thank you.
Egbert's on it. Thank you, Egbert.
Well, we can make
By the
a
way,
true
you-
fashion of the
well,
show,
you don't
and you
know if I'm
guys
6
show
foot
your
6, do you?
brotherly love for each other and go at it.
They do. Well,
Yeah.
I wonder if Egbert, this has happened too. If you have brothers or not. My brother and I, and the cousins and like the boys I grew up with. Yeah, it's totally
Not this
like a
dangerous.
testosterone
Sheesh.
thing.
Yeah?
Well, no
Okay.
axes and arrows and shit.
Especially if you're the king's
Yes.
sons, though. And who's going to be next in
Yeah.
line to sit on the throne and make the calls? I mean, there's an added pressure there. Not just being brothers. Okay, so there's that.
Yes.
Who's going to be the next king? But then also, let's talk about Ivar's real quick. Weird fetish issue with this girl.
Well, I have a quick question for you guys. Do you think the girl, the slave, actively? She obviously knew she was sleeping with all of them, but later when
Hopefully.
they all find out.
Hopefully.
But I meant like she's not keeping it secret. But then later it's revealed like she's sleeping with all of them. Do you think they honestly were kind of like, no, that's cool. We don't mind sharing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
100%.
Viking
yeah.
life.
Right, because it's all
Okay.
Viking love.
All
So
right, then
I
that's
thought
fine.
early on, and Carrie, you and I talked about this a little bit while we were all watching together.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she was scheming, like she was
I
up
thought
to
there was
something.
something weird too. I was
Yeah.
like, what? And no, she's just.
Like she's like, I'm
Screwing all of them.
gonna get a baby out of this and be
sounds-
like
Right? Yeah.
marry into royalty or something. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Which like way to
Yeah.
get yourself out of slavery, right? Like
Was she French-ish?
Well, her name is Margaret. Margaret.
But she has that blonde Viking look.
Yes, she does, like Helga. But when she was trying to satisfy, obviously Ivar was doing something wrong on the bed. But when she was trying to satisfy him, I knew he was going to kill her, or try to at least.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Wow.
like I could see, because he's like we spoke about it, guys. You guys know, right?
Yeah.
We spoke about it. He's crazy. He's crazy, and if I was thinking he's going to want to probably have sex with like a dead person because he doesn't want that person to see him or something. So I was going to kill
Well,
her.
I have a few theories of his inability. Of one, I didn't necessarily think that's a result of his disability. I felt that could be one. There's so much pressure on him right now to have sex that if you're concentrating so much on it,
He only
maybe
put it
not
on
going to
himself.
happen.
Yeah, well, he put that
You
on
know,
himself.
that's a
so.
big part of it. Two, it could be, I thought maybe momentarily, I was like, maybe he's gay because he didn't actually seem that into it when he started kissing her. It could be even just her. Like, it could be a beautiful woman, and if he's not into her, he won't be able to perform. That's another thing.
Yep.
And then maybe he just has kinkier needs, as I almost thought the choking would be like, maybe he's into that, and he
Turning into
needs
something.
more to satisfy him.
Well,
so
I didn't know we had a sex therapist here at the table, but I love you just went through all these points for y'all. This is perfect because all of those things could be factors, right? Like it's not just because his legs are crippled that he couldn't get his dick up.
Yeah.
Like I honestly think the pressure was the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because he put it on himself, like you said,
yeah.
Jaco. But then he knows his brothers are standing outside. He knows this
Seriously.
girl is literally here to have sex with the cripple guy.
Yes.
Like that will mess with your brain.
Oh, yeah.
So all of that. But then she literally flips him and flips his brain and his thinking. That was amazing.
Oh, I
clever.
love that. And he's like crying. He's like kissing her hand. But then that moment
awesome.
is now when they should start to have sex. Because then he was kind of like, I am connecting with you.
And I'm
that's
relaxed.
when Exactly.
Yeah. And
Dude,
this-
the brothers were in the room when it was about to get going. I think that alone
That
would
was
be
weird.
It
like.
was so funny when the oldest brother's like, oh yeah, he's leaving the goal, and the only expression is like, okay.
He's like, you good?
okay.
You good? All right.
Yeah,
See ya.
we're good.
I'm out. We're out.
Yes.
But he probably actually, that's one of the first people who have ever acknowledged to him, like, not only is it hard that you're the king's son, but you're the
Yes.
crippled king's son,
Yes.
like that's being strong. You being where you are now is being strong. Not that you can
Yes.
get your dick up. Any guy can have kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
There's a ton of ways to show that you're a
Yes.
man, and one of them is
Totally.
going to be being the king.
Yes.
That's where that was going.
Ooh,
I
dun, dun,
can't
dun.
find it now, but someone in the chat asked a good question. A longer name there. But I wonder if the slave girl will be important later. And, there was the other slave before, Bjorn, and that became Bjorn's woman.
Yes.
So maybe.
Yeah.
She's
Maybe.
interesting so far.
She's very interesting.
She's a very
so far.
smart woman.
She sleeps with all the king's sons.
She's
Right.
she's handling the
Ham
situation well.
Ham 2 said the boys were playing hot slave potato. Totally inappropriate, Ham 2, and I love it.
That's how we do
like
it.
it.
Not the
Yes.
Viking way.
Yes.
Although I did love, can we get a little like first time women's rights have sort of come up, other than like a woman trying to kill someone, where Uba was like, we need to ask her.
Yes.
I don't care if she's a slave. We need
She's
to
still
ask
a
her.
human.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
like, get it, Ubu, Ubu.
Yep.
You need to be
I
king.
actually felt that Ube liked her the most.
Totally,
Like
yes.
the other guys just, had
Yes.
sex with her to have sex with her. I felt he actually liked her.
I agree with you in the way he spoke about her. But then he's fucking her in a barn. Whilst the other scenes for the other brothers is like in a field with the
Hey, there's
butterflies
been
and the
plenty
sun
of
is
sex
shining.
scenes anywhere. At
I'm
this
just saying, in the
point.
cow
Oh,
shit on the
no.
field,
She
it's
was
different.
leaning on a tree branch, getting
Yeah.
eaten out
Yeah, but-
by brother.
Oh,
I'm-
hey,
like
that's,
that. I'm
that's
talking about the
been
third
one
one.
of the few times we've had female.
Cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Like focusing on her pleasure.
I think that's one of the few times
Maybe
in the
all
show
the
they've had
Vikings
this.
are maturing now.
Yeah. Yes, I love the music.
Oh, we got
Get our
some
bow
70s
chick
porn.
bow wow.
Right, well, he's like, you're right,
Yes.
Jaco does her in a barn, and then he's like, what's your name?
But she laughs too.
Right, that's true.
Yes, there's the
Ooh, I like
music.
them. Don't chicka wow wow.
But yeah, I think that was one. I think maybe Ragnar's been the only other person to maybe do like cunnilingus, but that was cool.
But hey, so
'cause I was
Ragnar-
like, all right,
Speaking
guys.
of cunnilingus, can we talk about Astrid? Oh,
Yes.
my goodness, Lagertha.
I like the looks even when Ragnar gets there and he looks at back and Lagertha with Astrid behind him. He's like, "What you doing, girl?" He's like, "Hello."
Once again, I have to bring up how amazing it has been to watch Travis Filmer's maturation
Yes.
as an actor.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure he probably could have pulled off all that eye thing.
subtlety.
back
Putting
and
a facial
forth.
expression.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was
like, what?
beautiful.
Oh.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So great.
Or he's telling her, good job.
Right.
He's like, all right.
I don't know. Because he didn't have to say a word.
Yeah, nothing.
It was all
But that's
conveyed in
why
his
he's so
face.
perfect for this part
Totally.
of Ragnar Lothbrok.
Yes.
But he gets in there and suddenly he's all giddy. Like he's all, oh, let me get that for you. For Lagertha.
Yeah.
Right?
Lagertha.
He's like a little kid. Well, you didn't see in 8 years. And he knows that she is his only true love. Not that bitch. Fucking, what's her name? Fucking
What is her
Aslaug.
name?
Aslaug.
Aslaug,
We didn't-
right.
Oh, God.
Good thing she was barely in this episode.
Oh,
I have
right,
to
yeah.
say
Because
that.
he hasn't even talked to her yet.
Yes.
He's been back, gone to Hedeby, come back to Catacut,
Yeah.
still hasn't talked to
Kissed.
Aslaug.
Kissed. Lagertha.
Yes.
Kissed Lagertha. Almost kissed Helga. Almost kissed Floki. Professes his love for Floki.
Basically,
Yes.
kiss everybody except Aslaug, which is
Except
good job.
He's ready to burst
Right.
with
job.
love, guys. He's like, I just have so much
I
love to
just
give.
love for everyone except for
Aslaug.
Aslaug.
Yeah. But no, Astrid was an interesting. I'm very interested in that storyline, and I like with her and Lagertha doing the hand-to-hand combat earlier because I was like, oh, this is interesting because it's almost a little more martial arty, and like I like that there's more training stuff going on besides just like battle axe. Because
Yeah.
if your weapon goes away, you need another way to fight.
She is a black belt in karate.
Lagertha?
Yeah.
In,
Alright.
In real life,
Catherine
yeah.
Winnick.
Like a double, triple chocolate mousse like belt. Like she's just kick ass.
If
Like
you
she kicks
guys
ass.
want to, if you guys follow her on Twitter, by the way, she does this Winnick Wednesdays. Winnick is her last name. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Winnick Wednesdays, and you get to ask her
Yes.
whatever you want on Twitter. It's awesome. In fact, I think she was live tweeting during the episode
Yeah.
tonight. So if you guys go follow her, you should follow us on Twitter too. But if you follow her on Twitter, she answers questions about them filming and the episode and the characters and whatever. It's super, super cool to check
So
out.
cool. So cool when the cast and those guys engage with the audience.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. With you guys at home, it's
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah, check them out on Instagram too. There's a bunch of the guys who are like Viking guys in the background who film and post on Instagram while they're filming. It's super, super cool to watch
Nice.
them choreographing the fight scenes and
Yeah.
everything. It's great.
Awesome. We'll definitely check that out. With this Lagertha and Lothbrok scene, got a little bit emotional there, saying that we
Yeah.
never should have left the farm. We should have kept it back with, you know. You guys remember that?
There were
He-
so many of those.
I was like, wait, maybe they could still get back together eventually. It's
While
been
they
a long
kissed?
enough time.
So that's good.
You know?
But it ultimately is there to try and get her to go to Wessex.
Yes.
To go get this tunnel vision, like we said in the beginning,
Yep.
James said earlier, we need to get this goal of his completed.
Right, because he knows Lagertha is super important in all
Yes.
of Vikingdom now,
Oh, yeah.
and she's still a badass
Yes.
warrior.
Yep.
And he's like, no, my boys don't have my back. Like, Catacut doesn't have my back. Maybe Lagertha
He's
will
lost,
have my
James.
back.
He
is
is.
lost.
You guys think he's lost at home? Do you guys think that he...
Well,
who's going to back him up other than Ivar?
Well, yeah, we learned that Ivar after
Yes.
and I got to back up just a little bit. Ragnar kind of puts it all out there for Lagertha.
Yeah.
Like we should have never left the farm, but even this other, he says he was wrong. Have we
Yes.
ever heard
No.
Ragnar?
No, which
No.
contradicts what Bjorn said in the beginning. It's not always about him.
It's not always
now.
about him, right? I
But then
regret
it
what
was
happened
cute.
between us.
Yeah.
I regret my failures.
He said-
Whatever.
And forgive me.
Forgive all my faults and my failings. Forgive me for all my faults and my failings. That's so deep.
We've
And
never
then she's
seen
like
Ragnar
so
like that.
torn to go with him or not when he
She
leaves.
should have gone. Obviously, everybody's
still
rooting. You
show
guys
up.
are rooting that she needs to go with.
Yeah.
Are we? Are we rooting for Lagertha?
Yes.
To go with Ragnar?
Are
I
we
was
shipping Ragnar and Lagertha?
so happy when they kissed. Like, okay, that's back on, guys. Back to season 1. This is where we all want to be right now.
Were you disappointed
Yeah.
that they didn't get it on after they kissed?
No, I think this is a slow new start. Like, the wisdom is wiser. Like with age and all that bullshit I said earlier. Like, let's take it
All
slow
that-
this time,
all that-
Ragnar.
all
Let's
that
just
stuff I said
let's get a
earlier.
good
Just
foundation going 1st. You
Right.
know,
Just it's like kissing on a first date with your ex-wife,
I like it.
who you've killed hundreds of people with together.
You know, you have a history.
That's romantic.
Isn't
Yeah.
it
If anything.
super romantic?
Right?
Well, welcome to Viking land.
Yeah.
Oh, it was cute that they smooched.
Yeah.
And then, it goes to Lagertha. Astrid, obviously, I mean, it doesn't take an idiot to see that Lagertha still has that look in her eye for Ragnar.
Yeah, she does.
And Astrid
Well,
goes
Astrid
to Lagertha.
notices.
Yeah, of course. Then
Yeah.
she goes and she's like, "Are you sure you didn't want to go with him?"
She's like,
And she's
"Whoa,
like,
I've
yes."
never been sure. And I like that. That was a really
Yeah.
good answer.
Very honest answer.
You're like, all right.
And she adds to that, like so many other women. I'm not really actually sure how I feel about him, like so many other women.
Like we've seen in the past.
Because all these, everyone's in love. We're in love with Ragnar.
Yeah.
You're in love with Ragnar.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's the whole point of the fucking show. Is like everyone is in love with Ragnar with his big old gray beard and his blue eyes and his tattoos all over
his
his
facial
head.
expressions.
His like, who wants to be king?
He's a very fertile man too.
Yes.
All his kids he's
My
made.
goodness, yes.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Which we forgot about in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, the
Bjorn
one line about his
saying,
kid.
Yeah, we have another brother in England. His name
How could we
is
forget about that?
Magnus.
Magnus.
Good
yeah.
job, Kari Lane.
I was gonna say Moscato.
No,
I have no idea why.
That would have been an amazing
Magnus.
name.
I mean, I want to believe it's true, and then part of me kind of goes, maybe she was lying.
Don't we tell? We know it's true though, right?
That's true.
He
It's true.
slept with
Yes.
Crazy Craze.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
crazy,
she could have
crazy.
slept with someone else too.
Well, yeah, he did sleep with a lot of people.
It's-
But she also.
That's
did
why-
she
that's
sleep
why
with
the
lots
king
of
She's
liked-
people?
cray cray and sleeps with a lot of people too.
She is
a
cray
lot.
cray.
Yeah, but that's why the king loved Magnus so much because he knew it was Ragnar Lothbrok's son.
That's right. We haven't even
Oh
gotten
no,
to
that
that
was
stuff.
It was Athelstan. Okay, let's.
But we don't know about
He
that
thought
yet.
it was
Okay,
right,
okay.
and then Egbert in
Yeah.
England, and what's Egbert up to 8 years later? I don't know. Well, we'll save that for our predictions,
Yeah.
which we're
Okay.
very close to, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to know your predictions, by the way. Throw them up in the comments really fast, okay? We'll get to some of them
We're
before we
getting a
close
couple
out.
comments. Yeah.
So the boys are sitting around the table. The boys are sitting around the table, and they're like, "Listen, one by one, are we going farther or not?
Yep.
What's going to happen?"
I love how Uba calls out Wittstock, and he's like, "You say that you want to go with Bjorn, but you could change your mind at any point in time."
And then Ivar is like, "You all are bastards.
Right, you're
You don't
bastards."
deserve Ragnar as a father."
Yeah.
Which was really
bitches.
kind of cool.
Yes.
Yes.
And that goes
But-
segues right into that end scene where they're sitting at the two thrones
But
together.
he is Ragnar obsessed. Obviously, he looks up to his father so much, and he
Big
says that when they are sitting on the two thrones, like I crawled onto your chair, and I think he admires him. Obviously, he
Sure.
does.
Yeah.
But
Who
I mean,
doesn't?
more so than like almost like a sick obsession. Like the
Sure.
other brothers are like, he's my dad, and we know he's great, but he failed us. Almost like reality.
They've
like,
moved on.
Yeah, they've moved on. He's got this obsession with him.
Yeah.
He's got this. I'm gonna say this, guys. He's got obsession with it, the power that he had.
Sure.
Ooh.
That's what I'm gonna say.
So I think this sounds like obsession with power. Might be time for some predictions, Jaco Vienings. I want to know how you feel.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
I haven't
Well, we're not
seen-
talking about Ragnar killing himself, or we spoke about that already.
We
We did a little
Yeah,
bit.
We
yeah.
did. Wah, wah. You gotta. Yeah.
But the rope broke, so was that? Oh, we could talk about that.
No, we're good. It broken.
No, no,
the
that
funniest,
has-
Because
there's a
funniest
lot
thing
of
is just-
crows.
yeah, the crows are there, and the funniest thing when the rope broke is he's like,
Right.
But was that the gods saying you're not ready to die?
no,
yet?
because the gods know, like the seer said to Bjorn in the beginning, with this guy comes calamity, death. You need to curse this day. And
Curse the day he came back.
exactly.
I kind of feel the gods wanted him to live, and that's why the rope broke.
Uh-oh. So
Okay.
what are the guys going to do with him? Kari Lane, I want to know your predictions.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, bring it. This is hardcore. This
Well,
is
now
intense.
you both can predict again too. Because
Yes.
guys, before, just so
Right.
you know, I was the only one who hadn't seen the previous episodes when we did the other seasons, and so now I'm up to date. Anyway, I do think Lagertha can join Ragnar. That she can still catch up with him. Ivar's gonna go, but I hope he doesn't die on the crossing because we saw some water stuff in the trailer for next week. I'm hoping they can wrap up England and move on to somewhere else because I feel England's kind of old news now.
Very good. All right.
What do you think, James?
Very generic predictions, Kari.
It is a little bit.
A little generic.
If I think of other ones, I'll jump in.
Bjorn will try to kill Ragnar.
That's it. I think it's a good one.
That's my big.
That's a big one.
my big.
So from our
prediction.
room right here,
Yeah.
we have Josh Vision saying, "I predict this will be the very last time Ragnar will ever see Lagertha and the gang again." Come on, Josh Vision.
Whoa,
That's sad,
Josh,
dude.
that's
How-
intense.
After episode
Jeez,
1
don't
of this
turn on the
part of the
waterworks.
season,
Right.
yeah.
So are they gonna split it up?
Can we
Like, what do you mean?
can we get him off the live chat?
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm
I
kidding. I'm
love
kidding.
it.
Love it.
Josh, that's a bold prediction,
Ham-
dude. Very bold.
Hamto agreed with me. I predict Lagertha will go with Ragnar.
Okay, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Bananer. What if Ragnar was working on connections while he was gone? Maybe some Christians. That
Maybe.
was my first thought when I saw him in episode 10. I was like, he was gone, connections. But I guess he just didn't want to rule anymore.
He could be
Or
doing
could
other
be.
stuff.
Right. We'll see him recruiting people in the preview for the next episodes, but maybe
Yeah.
he's recruiting people because he already has a little army off to the side.
I think he does. Because we know that he's clever.
Yeah,
You
he's
know-
not dumb. Yep.
My prediction would be okay, so they're going to go to England. I think that everybody's going to go to England.
Oh.
Really?
I think they're gonna, because they can split up the forces. Because right now you only have Ragnar and Ivar, which has himself. He doesn't have an army. That's going to go to, that's them two in a boat. So they need an army. I think the whole army is going to be convinced to go to England, and we're going to see some action in England like we've never seen before.
Oh,
right.
that is beautiful. Thank you guys so much for your predictions and hanging out with us in the live chat. So now you know this was episode 11. So mid-season premiere, we do this every week. After Vikings Live, finally. My name is James Simmons, by the way. Follow me all over social media, especially YouTube, at Ask the NP.
He has really good informative videos, guys, if you care about anything health-wise.
Anything about your health. Where you ask all the shit you don't want to ask your doctor. I answer it.
And you guys can find me online at Kari Lane. That's Karidlane.
You guys can find me at Grape Escape TV. It's all about wine. If you love wine, which you do, follow me there. It's all about wine, like I said. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This is Vikings. We'll see you next week. Have a fabulous, fabulous week.
We love you guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.